Hey guys, how are you doing? Welcome back to some Modsauce. Hope you're well. I've been pretty busy, to be honest, with the Earls, some real life stuff getting in the way, but I have had chance to do some stuff and things around here, and I thought, I really wanted to keep to the Wednesday when I wanted to upload the episodes. So I thought I'd bring you in and show you what I'd done. So yeah, the pack is updated again, and that's amazing because we can now make this, because this recipe was broken before. So that's great. We can repair this guy. Just kind of like, it's a bit weird. You kind of use it and it kind of takes some durability, and then you kind of pop in and hit P and repair, and oh right, okay, the wheel needs repairing, and you hit that and then hop back out and then use it again. And there you go, pointed to the wheel, and it repairs the wheel. It's kind of weird. Mind you, there was that kind of inventory. I'm not sure if I could have just dropped the blowtorch in there. Still figuring it out. So what have we done around the tree? Well, for starters, let's quickly see if we can beat the sun upstairs and sleep off this rain. Oh, there we go. Oh, hey, right, let me in there. Perfect. In a tree. There we go. So yeah, I have added yet more chests to this. This ender quarry is so OP, it's unreal. What's that? Coal ore. That means my coal barrel needs upgrading. Fantastic. I've upgraded all of our basic machines all the way up to elite factories, which is fantastic. On one hand, and what's this? Oh yeah, I was dumping gas. Not a euphemism. Yeah, fantastic on one hand, but the increased power requirements means that it can stutter. But the biggest problem is, again, I'm at an oxygen deficit when running, so I'm having to store up oxygen in gas tanks, which was why I was purging this one out. Bonk. Yeah, store up oxygen in gas tanks like that and bung it in there in order to do my processing. So when we get to the ore processing in the permanent base, the big base, I'm gonna have to really think about balancers of power and all that business. So yeah, Bernie has been retired. This is Bernie over here. There you go. He's been retired, just not fast enough. So we've got an elite factory smelter as well. Yeah, so that's all kind of fantastic and kind of not at the same time. But oh, and if you're interested, I just replaced Bernie with like a normal chest, just so we'd have a buffer, and we're using the same extra utility transfer nodes with item filters. To stop it picking up stuff we haven't got barrels for, which you may not think is important, but the way these work, if you don't have them there, if I take that out, it'll pick the concrete up, it's got nowhere to put it, and the system stops. So yeah, there you go. These things. Oh, and did I explain this? I was playing with painting at one point, but I never really got anywhere with it. I kind of got distracted on other things. Yes, I made this. So this is a mariculture vat, and if you dump water and a lava source in there, it turns into obsidian. So I've got a lava fabricator here, and water being pumped up from the pumps down below, and a hopper below the vat into a barrel. Boom! Stacks of obsidian. Nice. And there you go. Fast enough for me to not be able to put 6 of that stack back in. So it works pretty well. Yeah, these things. Oh, these things have been a bloody nightmare to figure out. So what we have here is a way to make a block called plastic road. Now, if you know what that is, well, good for you, but I'll explain what it is later and why I wanted it. In order to get plastic road, I was going for, well, white is the basic, but I was going for light grey, just because That's sand on top and below with white, grey, or slick plastic blocks. And you make those, so that's okay. Make those in an enrichment chamber, it's okay, got one of those. They're made out of this HDPE sheet. Okay, how do I make those? Well, they're made out of these HDPE pellets. So 8 pellets to a sheet, 8 sheets to a block. Okay, not a great conversion, I'm thinking to myself. How do I make those? Well, that's in a PRC from substrate. What the hell is a PRC? Let's have a look, shall we? Let's have a look what a PRC is. PRC. PRC logic expansion card? I don't think so. Different mod. Same. PRC memory card? Different mod. PRC's owner manual. Right, so what is a PRC? Turns out that PRC is a pressure... In fact, even in the interface it calls it a pressure PRC, but it's a pressure reaction chamber. So over here we've got our pressure reaction chamber. Let's get back to our HDPE. So if we look in here, we need a pressure reaction chamber with substrate, oxygen, right, making oxygen from the electrolytic separator, and liquid ethylene. Okay, right, we'll get back to that, I think. Substrate, okay. A PRC with hydrogen, okay, I'm making that, and water, I'm making that, awesome. And biofuel, okay, how do I make biofuel? Biofuel is pretty much any organic substance in a crusher. Phew, I think. Right, that's okay then. So how do I make the liquid ethylene? Well, that's an condensator. Condensator. Yeah, that's not a real word. Concentrating, condensing. It's kind of condensing and concentrating mashed together with like a casual disregard for the English language that makes me shudder inside. So what's an R condensator? Okay, turns out it's a rotary condensator. A condensator. Stupid words. So to make liquid ethylene, we need ethylene. So how do you get ethylene? Well, fortunately, ethylene is a byproduct of biofuel to substrate. Okay, so that makes ethylene. We can bring that into the rotary doodah, which can then be turned into liquid ethylene, which can then be put into the PRC again and turn, I think, wow, okay. So I made one of these and one of these, and I thought, well, I'll run my I'll make my substrate in here and pump out the ethylene into here, turn it into liquid ethylene, and then I'll use the same one to turn the substrate into HDPE. Well, that turns out it doesn't work, basically. It does work, but you can't seem to drain the tanks on these things. You just can't do it. Now, you can use it up if you're like really skilled with measuring out how much water and hydrogen you're going to need and how much matter or whatever it is to drain it. But yeah, so in the end I made 2 and I fiddled around with them for I don't know, a good hour before I got this little setup here, which seems to work pretty well. We've got water coming in here to feed this. We've got a pressurized tube with oxygen to feed that. I manually dumped my bio mess in there, and then I use a transfer node to pull out of these things. Actually will not pull unless you configure the machine to output to the side that it's on. So it pulls the substrate out, excuse me, passes it, whoa, stop that, passes it along here into here, and this is being, so that does that. The ethanol byproduct these two are facing each other naturally, and it goes into here and gets concentrated into liquid ethylene. Now, I couldn't get this thing to output, not with the mechanism mechanical pipe or anything. The only thing that I could get it to output with was an extra utilities liquid transfer node, so that was a pain. That cover just stops it connecting to that. I don't think it can dump anything in there, but then that passes it along to there. We get oxygen from the same pipe that is, well, hello. Oh, I bet these things are full of hydrogen. Yeah. I need to figure out some way to like dump stuff, you know. We don't need that to produce hydrogen, to dump stuff when, instead of filling up, but use it if it's not going to be full up. So I'll have to experiment with that. If that probably made no sense. So yeah, that's getting its oxygen along this pipe, same place that the purifier is. And the only issue that I can think of at the moment is that we produce oxygen here. Now, I don't know if this is liquid oxygen or gaseous oxygen. I don't know why it goes here and not back into its own tank, but I don't know. So that could be an issue when we set this back up at the main base. But that was a bugger to set up, to be honest with you. So, wow. Wally had to move, so did the induction smelter. I really don't use Wally at all. But yeah, so I got that working. And why did I get that working? Well, it's got something to do, and you may have noticed it in my inventory, with a tornado. Tornado is probably one of the easier things to create. You don't need to make a gun for it for one. So yeah, let's go over and look at the work that I've been doing at the Helicarrier. And it's not at the point where I hoped it would be to show you in this episode. I'd hoped to get the shape of the main deck fully laid out and filled in. I knew I wasn't going to get the hull done, because it's a lot of block placing, even with the builder's wand, which that dude Chaos gave me. Awesome guy that he is. Yeah, it basically it's getting there, and if I don't show you now, then you're not going to get an episode today. Yeah, there you go. That's the thing. So yeah, let's go on. Well, let's talk about the plan. Why we wanted to make those roadblocks. I have played with the Tornado in creative, just out of curiosity. It's a bit difficult to fly, but I have played with it. Now, if there's one thing I've noticed, is that it takes a very, very long distance to get takeoff speed. Now, I had thought, you know what we can do? We can just kind of drive it off the edge and hope we get up to flying speed before we hit the ground. But I want to try something else. So let's put this guy down and somewhere, just randomly. There we go. Not too fast. Not too fast. Nailed it. Having troubles with these recently. Kind of starting to, the wheels glitch through the floor. I don't know what it is that does that. Let's have a look at the shape. It's nearly daylight, but you might be able to see it. I'll tell you what, I'll just quickly pause the video and we'll have a look at this in daylight. Okay, that should be bright enough. Park the helicopter a little better. So kind of ignore the back a little bit, and this bit here. This is kind of excuse me, let's have a little drink of water. Much better. This is kind of the shape at the front. So kind of like going with the shape that like the Nimitz has. I really wanted a double prow. I'm not so sure. I might just join this together actually, but it kind of got modified and less prominent, and it was originally kind of like, if I can draw with this mouse, like this, and then across, and then in, and then out, and it just looked wrong. So we've got this, not sure if it will stay. It kind of curves out, and one thing I've noticed is the back of the ship deloads when you're at the front of the thing. It kind of curves out, and it's going to curve back in, and then do the same on this side. That's kind of what I'm in the process of doing, and then I'm going to pin like a diagonal I'm going to put a diagonal landing runway, I guess, landing kind of strip there, just like an aircraft carrier does in real life. So yeah, that is the shape. If we run and jump off the side, you can see the size that we're dealing with, and I'm kind of worried that as massive as it is, it will end up being too small, feeling too small when I'm trying to put all machines in there. But hey, I'm also definitely gonna have windows. I may have a below kind of waterline, as it were, command deck with a big window on the front, and we'll need a command tower up here. So it'll either go on the side like in a real life aircraft, or maybe in the middle. Not sure. But yes. So back to what I was talking about. These things, they take a long time to get up to speed in order to fly. So I've got an idea. Now I have no idea. Honestly, hand on my heart, I do not know if this is going to work. But the plastic roads from Mechanism, if they weren't so hard to make, I'm still seriously considering replacing the roads in Spawn with these, because watch this. Normal walking, like that. They really make you go very, very fast. If I sprint, it doesn't seem too much faster, to be honest. It's just really fast. Kind of hard to tell the difference. And I'm wondering... whether... Well, that's not facing the right way. Hopefully I can line this thing up. I'm wondering whether I can use that to rocket this jet off the side of the thing, off the launch thing, like a steam catapult on a real ship. Let's quickly have a look at don't know what that made that noise. There should be hopefully a swing wing key that I'm missing. Maybe it's a door key, maybe it's the gear. It might be the gear it's controlled with. Open closed door is home, so hopefully that will be the swing wings, because this is a Tornado. Tornado's a swing wing aircraft. In its heyday, probably not anymore, but it was the fastest jet in the world at sea level, Mach 2.2. Nothing could match it at sea level, so I believe. But yeah, this is a British jet. The RAF flew these for a long time. I think they probably still do, but maybe just as surveillance doodahs. There we go, beautiful. Right, for our first flight, let's do this in F5. We're going to need to fuel this bad boy. Let's do it. Cool. Let's see. Can you start? Can you start? That's not really the right noise for a Tornado. Okay, can you move? Hello. Oh, that sounds more promising. Awesome, and... no. But it works! Oh, sorry about that. I actually had a client crash there. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Help! Help! Oh my god, what's happening? Oh, what the... We've got no wings! We've got no wings! We've got no wings! Oh my goodness! Okay. Oh, gonna get you back. Yes. Oh my goodness. Right, okay. I think I'll just go and see if I can rebuild that and have another go. Okay, we're back. I actually managed. This is the same plane. Completely repaired. Good as new. Dear. Fairly certain in the real world you can't repair planes quite so easily. So, yeah, let's pop this guy down. Oh, perfect. And let's see. F5. Give us some inappropriate noises. Here we go. From biplane to jet plane. Come on. Wow, they take a long time to start, these things. Helicopters take a while to get you off the ground, but these things take quite a long time to start. Oh, here we go. Oh, that didn't seem to... Well, we're working, but it didn't seem to make any difference, really. Okay, let's see. Can we swing these wings back? Oh, no. How do we swing the wings back, then? That's a bit... Unless it's just speed. How fast are we going? Hee hee. Amazing. We're over spawn again already. That's crazy. Let's see if we can I must admit, I take a bit of evil delight in buzzing Rayburn as my closest neighbour. So let's see if we can let's see what he thinks of this, if we can do such a thing. Oh. Load in world. Where's his... Oh, in fact, no, I don't want to crash into his place because it'll probably... I think these things can actually travel so fast that they can break blocks. So I need to be careful with this. But this is pretty awesome. The only remaining question really is... whoa, mountain. The only remaining question is, can I land this bad boy? So, let's see. Okay, one of my maps should display this soon. Yeah, it's over there. Let's have a look. I'm going to need a big turning circle. And let's stop accelerating. Is this... Ooh. Okay. I think we've overshot it. There we go. Oh. Ah! No! I looked down and I should learn the height of my base in the sky before I try and land vehicles on it. Okay. We can do this. One more go. One more go. Right. Slow. Oh. Too low. Too high. We're too high. Slow. Ah! Overshooting. It doesn't help that... Bong! Perfect. Stop. And I think that actually destroyed it completely. Where did it go? Did it fall through? No way! the vanishing jet plane. Okay. That's a good thing they're pretty cheap. I can see I'm gonna have to automate the manufacture of them though. Oh, that was cool. That was cool. So yeah. So silly. So silly. Don't know what we'll do next episode. It depends really on what I've done with this place. Yeah, if I've done a lot, then we'll be working on it. If I've not, or I'll be showing it. If I've not, maybe we'll have an adventure. But until that point in time, take care of yourselves, guys.